Hi, good evening. And here are your 5 questions of the day. Before I give you these questions and then expect you to solve them, they should be easy. They're coming from factual nature, definitional nature, conceptual nature, from environment and ecology, a favorite area of UPSC. One thing I wanted to talk to you today before I take you to the questions is that it is very important that we understand that there has to be a sync between your behavior and your goal. What I mean by this is that when you have got your goal is to write examination, preliminary examination, और जिसमें इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, अगर आपको उस एग्जामिनेशन को अच्छी तरह से पास करना है, I must ensure, I at your place I would have ensured that I do enough of those practices of those questions. Normally हम करते क्या है कि प्रैक्टिस ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस को हम रखते हैं लास्ट के लिए की तैयारी हो गई, अब देख लेते हैं कि हमारी तैयारी कितनी अच्छी हुई है. But then, if you have got your goal to write such examination, clear this examination, it is very important that everyday behavior should have some component of this. And I think, as a matter of routine, I am bringing to you 5 days a week, 5 questions every night at 10 p.m. And then these questions should be your closing aspect of the day. And I sincerely insist that if you are serious about giving your attempt in 2026, you should not miss out on any one of it. In fact, I would remind you to subscribe the channel and also at the same time have those notification button so that you remember that you have to give this examination. And I'm working very hard for you. I get those 10 questions every single day of the 5 days of a week. I expect that you are at least participating in that. Extremely vital. Please do not miss out on that. Anyway, coming back to the questions, the first questions come to the screen now. The word is carbon fertilization. And then I suppose the first one is actually the definition of it. This question was from 2018. And then the second one is basically coming very close to increased temperature of Earth. In fact, most of them are correct statement, nearly correct or partially correct, but they are not carbon fertilization. The first one is carbon fertilization. Increased concentration of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere leads to the plant growth that we have got. That is fertilization. Second question now. For this question, I would like you to first see as to what we have got lined up for us. When I say what we have got lined up for us is that select the correct answer. And now based on that, you read it. And when you read it, you'll find that carbon tax also matches with that. Also, you have got emission trading schemes also matches with that. Then also carbon Border adjustment mechanism, CBAM, also matches with that. So 1, 2, 3 is correct. But then look at the fourth. Feed in tariff. I mean, I think FIT is basically financial assistance, and that's for renewable energy. So not exclusively fitting in here. I would go for answer B, 1, 2, and 3. The third questions come to your screen now. The first statement is correct. The second statement is wrong because it is not Abyssinia marina. It is rather Rhizophora. I mean, that's what we have got majority. There's a group of it. And the third statement is correct. I suppose MISTI, that is Mangrove Initiative for Shoreline Habitat and Tangible Incomes. That's correct. So I suppose we would have 1 and 3 correct. Answer is C in this regard. The next question, fourth question that we have. The first statement is correct. Second statement is also correct. Third statement is not correct because describe a single large contiguous population. In fact, they're not contiguous at all. They only meet is in migration. So if you have studied about that, if not, it's better that you go to the meta population and learn about it. And then that's the not correct. So as we have seen which is the statement are correct, answer would be A, 1 and 2. The fifth questions come to a screen now. So they're talking about national policy on biofuels that came in 18, I think. Yes, just check that. And also it was revised in 2000, amended in 2022, again in 25. There has been some amendments in that. But I would like you to look into that. The first statement, absolutely correct. That's there. Then, no, it's not like first generation. Because second and third would not be correct, because third is like non-food, and then biofuel, and the second one basically talks about food grains. I think they would go not in the 1G, one generation, they'll be in the second one. So I think second is not right, third is right. Answer in that case becomes 1 and 3. C is right answer. Now, see, this is how we have got this. It doesn't take much of your time. Make it a part of routine and ensure that you do it every single day. I would do it every day for you. You do it every day for me, will you? And then I would also take up one word every single day. And then if it gets into your habit, I suppose you would find it very, very comfortable in the examination hall, because mind has been tuned by then for doing the PT question. The question, the word that I have got for this is subliminal. Subliminal is a very beautiful word. I would say, like, as you grow, the values that you have been given as your childhood, they would act as your integrity compass, moral compass, how you react in future. So I suppose there are certain things which travel with us, and they are like our upbringing, our values, our commitment, and they exist as something as subliminal, and they would definitely affect the behavior and the acts that we have taken up in our life. They are like our moral compass, shall we say, subliminal things. In Hindi, इसका wording बहुत खूबसूरत है. Avchetan, something which is beyond chetna. You unconsciously are doing something, and that is what we can call them as subliminal. Try using it for ethics paper. And on that note, and with the request that you are doing it every single day, I got to see you on the other side of the weekend. That's going to be on Monday, and I see you all on PT Shala. A big number of you have been coming in, and then the kind of analysis and the kind of sensitization that we're doing has been very much welcomed by all of you, and then that's very heartening for all of us. So I'll see most of you tomorrow at 9 p.m. in PT Shala, and then for this, I will meet you on Monday. Good night.